Parshas Lech Lecha, Tavshin Pei. This parsha speaks about Avraham Avinu, and this is the introduction to Avraham Avinu. Speaking about Avraham Avinu, this is the parsha. We're going to be speaking of Avraham Avinu for quite a while, for a few parshas. Parshas Lecha, Parshas Vayeru, Parshas Chayesoro. Speaking about Avraham Avinu. Now, what do we know about Avraham Avinu? What is our notion? Who's Avraham Avinu? Avraham Avinu, we know he's that's you ask every kid almost. Avraham Avinu is the person of Chesed. We said it says in the pasuk, right? Tidei emes Yaakov, Chesed la'Avraham. So Avraham is Chesed. Avraham Avinu is known to be Midas HaChesed. But if you have to ask the same kid, where do we find Avraham's Chesed? Where exactly do we find, do we locate Avraham's Chesed? Answer is, one place that we do, it's not even this week's parsha, Parshas Vayeru, by the Malachim. He was such a big Baal Chesed, he went out and he wanted the Malachim to come and join him. It's one place. We also know that it says that V'ita Eishel is Achilo Shti Alino, people came to his house as guests. That's what it is. This seems to be a very, if Avraham Avinu personifies the idea of Chesed, it's a very inconsistent or very not enough of emphasis is spoken about the Chesed of Avraham Avinu. First of all, the whole story in Malachim was not even a Chesed. It was a mistake. He thought they were human beings. They were not human beings. They didn't really need his Chesed. Eishel, it's okay. That's not even a Meferish of the Torah. We know that Avraham Avinu had 10 Nisyonis. 10. None of them have to do with Chesed. But shot. Avraham Avinu, that's the meat that he presents to the world, that you don't have that as a challenge. Once someone told me that maybe the shot is, Avraham Avinu is naturally Chesed. So I don't have to challenge him, that's how he's born. But still, Avraham Avinu is giving us the midah of Chesed. So why don't I see it spoken about? Why don't I have midah of Chesed spoken about over here? Now,
last week's answer, that I want to share the emunah with the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Did not. So
that's the Chesed? Okay, maybe that's the Chesed. I want to say maybe from a different angle, just to emphasize the point a little more. And it goes back to the emunah. Furthermore, we find that Avraham Avinu actually, the Hosted Love, is not Chesed at all. It says in the Gemara in Shabbos, the Pitesem with Beis, the famous Gemara, then the Hosted Love, the Kishbol comes to the Havas Gdoshim, tells Avraham Avinu, your kids did a chait. He says, Yimocho Gdusha Shmecha, you have to kill them. Goes to Yaakov, Yimocho Gdusha Shmecha. Goes to Yitzchak is known to be Midas Ha-Din. He said, whoa, let's make a deal. Let's make a deal. How many hours a day a person is able to sin? He's sleeping half the time. He's doing whatever it is. Half of me, half of you. Understand what the Gemara means. But Avraham Avinu's, where's the Chesed of Avraham Avinu? Right? He's not. What's going on over here? So the emphasis is like this. The big Yesod, the Tzaddik HaKohen says it clearly in the Kedusha Shabbos, and once you see that Yesod, it really comes out clearly from everything that you learn. What is that? The Tzaddik speaks about the concept of Kiddush Shabbos, about the Sudas of Shabbos. Sorry, and he says, Rapi Arizal, the Sudas Leil Shabbos, Friday night, is the Suda of Yitzchak Avinu. The Sudas Yom Shabbos is the Suda of Avraham Avinu. And then Shalshudas is Yaakov. We'll leave that aside for now. Says Tzaddik, how do we see in Sudas Leil Shabbos that's Yitzchak, and the Sudas Yom Shabbos Avraham? He says you see it in the Kiddush, because the Kiddush of Leil Shabbos is what? Is when we have to go and do what happens in the Kiddush of Leil Shabbos? You're actually performing a lot. You're saying a whole Kiddush. It's a whole bracha for Kiddush. Yom Shabbos, you're not doing anything. The only thing you say is Bar Piyagaf, and you have kavanah to have Kiddush. The Kiddush Yom Shabbos, you're doing almost nothing. The Kiddush of Leil Shabbos, where you're doing a lot. So that's really the chiluk between Yitzchak and Avraham. Yitzchak Avinu is Leil Shabbos. He's the one who's the doer. Midas Adin is requiring a person to accomplish. But Avraham Avinu is not doing. Avraham Avinu is the one who is being done to him. And that's the idea of Kiddush for Yom Shabbos. You're doing Kiddush, you're basically the one who's doing the Kiddush HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You're just saying Bar Piyagafin and allowing the Kiddush to be chal on it. But you're not saying the Kiddush, as if the Kiddush is done on its own. Now, you would think for a second, Avraham, the doer is Yitzchak and Avraham is not the doer? How does that make sense? Usually we understand the opposite. It's a simple Hayaram, Father Shlita always says it. You have Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov. You have Avraham in the Parshas we just mentioned. You have 3 Parshas of Avraham Avinu. Mala the Godesh, Avraham Avinu is busy, he's doing, he's always active. Yitzchak, on the other hand, you have almost nothing. Yitzchak Avinu is the one, he's basically is being done to him. Why? Because Midas Adin usually means, the Chesed is the one who's is action, is doing. And Yitzchak is the one who's refraining from doing. So why is Reb Tzadok telling us that Avraham Avinu is the one who's, in Kiddush he doesn't do much, and Yitzchak is doing much? The Pshat is, and this is what Reb Tzadok says. The Pshat is like this. Avraham Avinu, the Avos HaKadoshim, it says, Hey Meir Merkava. They are the chariot of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. They are the ones that carrying the chariot of Hashem. And therefore what? Avraham Avinu is carrying the chariot of Chesed. He's the one who's megalit to the world Chesed. Yitzchak is the one who's megal to the world the Midas Adin of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Not that Avraham is performing this Chesed, but Avraham Avinu is the one who is revealing to the world Chesed. The Chesed of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yitzchak is the one who's revealing to the world the Din of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Meaning, what pshat? When we say that Avos HaKadoshim, Hey Mehem HaMerkava, what does it mean Hey Mehem HaMerkava? What's a chariot? HaKadosh Baruch Hu Kivyachol is riding in this world, and the riding of Hashem is revealed through different actions that he does. Each one of the Avos are Merkava to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. They carry on themselves what HaKadosh Baruch Hu is trying to reveal. Avraham Avinu is carrying on himself the midah of Chesed. Yitzchak is carrying on himself the midah of Din. Avraham Avinu is showing the Chesed of HaKadosh Baruch Hu in the world. And this goes back to what we spoke a little bit last week. What is Avraham Avinu doing? What is really Avraham Avinu busy with? What are we seeing in the parashas Avraham busy with? Avraham Avinu is busy with revealing HaKadosh Baruch Hu to the world. That's what he does. Avraham Megayas HaNoshim, so Megayas HaNoshim. Avraham Avinu is the one going around. Even the Eishel that we spoke about, what is he saying? He's giving to eat, he's giving to drink, he's giving to sleep, and then the one is thinking. He says, oh, recognize HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And to explain this a little bit more, the Gemara tells us that there was 26 generations before Matan Torah that HaKadosh Baruch Hu zanotam mechazdoi. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave them without them actually accepting the Torah and doing what they're supposed to do. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu was giving Chesed to the world way before Avraham Avinu. What did Avraham Avinu change? Avraham Avinu changed as someone who's recognizing the Chesed of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave Chesed the whole time. What Avraham Avinu is doing is the fact that you have a mikabel, a receiver for the Chesed of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. What does it mean, a mikabel? So you have a human being saying, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I appreciate, I see, I'm accepting, I'm recognizing the fact that you're giving to me. You know, that the whole concept called Hakaras Hatov. What's Hakaras Hatov? Recognizing the good. Hakaras is Loshen Yakir. What's Yakir? To recognize. It means, it's the idea of Hakaras Hatov is to realize that someone did for you something good. Remember Shapir, that's how I always used to say, that people today use the word Todah, thank you, very, very lightly. So that means I'm moide, I'm recognizing, I'm admitting that I need your help. You open for me the door, I'm saying thank you. Like they're not really meaning that I need your help. Hakaras Hatov is to recognize HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Avraham Avinu is the one who's recognizing, saying you have to recognize I'm the vessel of recognition of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I'm realizing, look at the Chesed HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave. Until Avraham Avinu, there was Chesed, there was nobody who was recognizing it. Says the Rashi brings that Avraham Avinu tells HaKadosh Baruch Hu, before I came, nobody knew you. When I came, the Gila of HaKadosh Baruch Hu in the world comes from me. Avraham Avinu says, I'm the one who told everybody HaKadosh Baruch Hu was here. He was always there. But they recognize it. The recognition is the Kabbalah of Midas HaChesed. That is the Midah of Avraham Avinu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is doing Chesed, but we're recognizing it. That's the Kiddush of Shabbos B'Yoyim. We're not doing too much. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is doing it, but we are accepting it. We're receiving it. The Hakaras Hatov, you're realizing the Chesed HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I was in Eretz Yisrael a few weeks ago. Took my son for Anochas Tefillah in Eretz Yisrael. And we went to see the Gedolim, and we went to see Av Galai. And we're there with Av Galai, and my father was there as well. My father came with us, and we were speaking to Av Galai, and my father tells Av Galai, the Rav is always such simcha. What's shot that the Rav is such simcha? So Av Galai said, do you think I don't have reasons not to be simcha? So I have a member in my family right now who's very, very sick. Mamish on his deathbed. I have many, many tzaros, believe me. He says, but I wake up in the morning, said Av Galai. I wake up in the morning. Baruch did not have to give me my neshama to wake up in the morning. What a beautiful thing he gave me. I wake up in the morning. I got out of bed. Whoa! Baruch gave me the credit to get out of bed. I walk. All that are gifts from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. How can I not be with Simcha? That's what he said. That is an unbelievable message. Hakaras means recognition of the Chesed HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Every single thing is Baruch Hu. Every fact that we're living, that we're breathing, is a Chesed HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's what Avraham gave to the world. The Hakara of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's Chesed. Mimele what? Mimele, according to this, comes an unbelievable yesod. Avraham Avinu is not the midah of Chesed as the normal, based on tzaddik. He's not the one who is doing Chesed. That's not his midah. He's the one who's recognizing the Chesed HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's brought down in this parasha that Avraham Avinu, it was Baruch Hu told him, you should have a child. You'll have a child. The child will be Yerishu. He's 99 years old, maybe that type. Not 99 yet, but you have a child. And Avraham Avinu believes. V'amen b'Hashem. B'chshevel l'tzedok, he believes. Then HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells him, that your children are going to get Eretz Yisrael. I'll give you Eretz Yisrael. So says Avraham Avinu, b'mei eidok Yerishano. How do I know that I'm going to get it? So the Mefresh, the Ramban already basically asked this question. What was greater? What is a bigger nace? That Avraham Avinu is going to have children, or that his children will inherit Eretz Yisrael? Of course, they will have children. 100 years old person to have children is an unbelievable miracle. For his children to have a land, that's why here he's asking Meida Kirishena. But really, the Ramban already says it. Avraham Avinu is choishesh. Maybe his kids will do an aveiro. Shema yigri mechet. Maybe my kids will not be roy. They don't have the merit to have Eretz Yisrael because they won't recognize the Chesed HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Avraham Avinu is the one who says, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is giving you everything. That's the midah of the Chesed. But you need to recognize, you have to accept it. If you don't accept it, if you don't have a kli kibul, there's nothing you get. So Avraham Avinu says, you tell me I have children, that's amazing. But maybe my children won't be vessels to receive the Chesed HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Maybe we'll do a chet. So you can't give them chesed. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu shows him the Bris Ben Absarim to say, even if they won't do it on their own, they will be forced. They will go through Yisurim, through Galus, they'll have Arba Galus. Am Yisrael will have to go back to where they're supposed to be. That's what Avraham Avinu is doing. Avraham Avinu lost his love. HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells him, your kids did a chet. And there's no way, that's it, it's the head. There's no more Galus. So what does Avraham response? Yimocha al kedusha shmecha. If you don't have the recognition, because Baruch Hu's Chesed, you have nothing to do here, according to Avraham Avinu. Yitzchak is saying, one second. Yitzchak is different. Yitzchak says, really, the midah of Yitzchak Avinu, which without going into much into it, is that we're doing it. We accomplish. So Yitzchak says, one second, let's fix it up. What do they do? Half the time they're sleeping, they didn't do so bad. I'll take half. I'm taking care of what their deeds are. Avraham Avinu, you're not doing anything, because Baruch Hu's doing it. That's the midah of Avraham Avinu. You need to accept it. You need to recognize it. If you don't have that minimum amount, so then you're missing the whole thing. So there comes this tremendous chiddush, and with this will end. Avraham Avinu is not doing chesed. That's why we're not focused on the chesed of Avraham Avinu. You open the Chumash. Avraham Avinu is not busy doing chesed. There is here and there, but that's not the challenges. What are the challenges of Avraham Avinu? The challenges of the recognition of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. First challenge, Lech lecha me'aretzecha. You leave everything you have. HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells you to go, you go. When I ask you a question, I trust in Hashem. Means I'm recognizing that I'm a vessel getting the Chesed HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Whatever he tells you to do, I'm going to do. Until you get to the last Nisayon. The Nisayon of the Akedah. What is the Nisayon of the Akedah? The Nisayon of the Akedah is that HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells you to do something which doesn't make any sense. I'm a vessel to receive HaKadosh Baruch Hu's Chesed. I don't deny HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That is all. That Avraham Avinu is the one who's saying, I am the vessel. I'm accepting, realizing, and being makir in the Tov HaKadosh Baruch Hu, regardless of the difficulties. That's what Avraham is all about. And that is the midah, and that's why we're not focused on his chesed. We're focused on how he's marbim imun in the world, how he's a vessel to accept it. So really the message of this expression we come out with is hakara of the Chesed HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Recognize what HaKadosh Baruch Hu is doing for us. Realize that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is giving us chesed. Every person, the fact that, like we said in the name of Kalai, the fact that person is living, breathing, able to perform whatever he's performing, everybody in his level, that is hakara. That is what Avraham Avinu gave to us. That is what Avraham Avinu says. If you don't have the minimum amount, you can't go on. We take that, so we really are naked the midah of Avraham Avinu, and that is chesed la'Avraham. Chesed HaKadosh Baruch Hu is giving to Avraham. Not Avraham is doing the chesed, but he's accepting the chesed. Let's say there.